They said the storm was over, but it looks like the thunder just found Wi-Fi. Because, ladies and gentlemen, King Von's mom just clapped back at Lil Durk. And when I say clapped back, I don't mean a little sub-tweet. I mean nuclear-level response. The internet's shaking, fans are losing their minds, and Durk, well, he might just be rethinking every lyric he ever wrote. So what really went down? Did Von's mom just expose something we were never supposed to hear? Or is this all part of a bigger game? One that's been playing behind the scenes since day one. You know how it goes. First they say, it's all love. Then someone's mom jumps on live and suddenly the truth comes out like a leaked mixtape. And trust me, this one ain't just emotional. It's personal. From secret DMs to subliminal shots in unreleased songs, this drama just went from industry beef to family war. The streets are talking, the fans are speculating, and everyone's asking the same question. Is this the moment Lil Durk finally breaks? Stay tuned, because what Von's mom just said might change everything. Nobody saw it coming. Not the blogs, not the fans, not even the so-called industry insiders who pretend to have screenshots of everything. For weeks, the internet thought things had cooled down between Lil Durk and the family of King Von. Quiet timelines, no shady tweets, no weird lives at 3 a.m. It almost felt like peace. But peace never lasts long when emotions, loyalty, and legacy are all tangled together like headphone wires in your pocket. Everything started bubbling again when a random fan page posted a throwback clip. Durk on stage, shouting out Von, voice cracking just a little. Comment sections exploded. Half the crowd wrote, "Real one forever." The other half typed, "Cap." One tiny clip, and suddenly the old wounds reopened. Then out of nowhere, someone close to Von's mom dropped a post hinting that she wasn't staying silent much longer. That's all it took. The blogs went feral. People started making TikToks with dramatic soundtracks. Conspiracy threads on Reddit blew up. And the internet did what it always does best. Pick sides before facts. Let's rewind for a second. This story didn't begin last night. It's been marinating for years, ever since King Von's tragic passing. Fans never really let go of the idea that Lil Durk owed the world an explanation, a tribute, or at least a verse that would heal the community. Every move Durk made afterward, every collaboration, every lyric, every silence, got magnified like a crime scene photo. If he smiled too much, people said he was moving on. If he looked sad, they said it was fake. Basically, no matter what he did, someone found a way to spin it into controversy. And then, there's Von's mom, a woman who never wanted fame but got dragged into the spotlight by tragedy. For years, she kept quiet, choosing dignity over drama. But lately, the silence started feeling like tension waiting to snap. Imagine losing your son, watching his name turn into headlines, hashtags, and merch. The internet profits off grief faster than it processes it. You could feel that energy building online. People asking, why hasn't she said anything? What does she really think about Durk? Everyone wanted a reaction. And as always, when the internet wants something badly enough, it finds a way to manifest it. It began subtly. A single live stream, low lighting, soft music, her face calm but her tone sharp. "Y'all think y'all know everything," she said. "But some things ain't for the internet." It wasn't a diss, yet, but it sounded like a warning shot. Clips of that line spread faster than wildfire on dry grass. "She's calling out Durk!" People screamed. "She's done staying quiet." Others argued it was just a general statement. But that's the beauty of online chaos. Context doesn't matter. Narrative does. Suddenly, everyone claimed to have inside info. Anonymous Twitter accounts said they had DMs. Fake sources appeared in comment sections dropping emojis like they were secret codes. "The truth's coming," they typed, followed by the eyes emoji, because nothing says credibility like. Within 24 hours, YouTube was flooded with reaction videos, each promising exclusive leaks. Titles like, "The Real Reason Von's Mom Snapped," or "Durk's Hidden Message Exposed," racked up millions of views. Nobody cared whether it was true. It was entertaining, and that was enough. Meanwhile, Durk stayed silent, at least publicly. But fans dissected every micro-expression from his Instagram stories like they were FBI analysts. One clip showed him in the studio, nodding to a beat. People swore they heard a subliminal bar, Keep my name from the pain that fame brought. Did he say that? Maybe. Did the internet believe it? Absolutely. And belief, online, is stronger than fact. The tension hit a boiling point when an edited screenshot began circulating, supposedly a text from Durk to a mutual friend saying, "Tell her I ain't never switched up." Obviously, there was zero proof it was real. But once something goes viral, proof becomes optional. Meme pages had a field day, posting side-by-sides of Durk's face next to captions like, "When mom catches you ghosting the family chat." It was funny, until it wasn't, because the more people laughed, the more they pushed the narrative that there was bad blood. And when that kind of energy trends for long enough, it starts to feel real, even to the people in the story. Then came the post that changed everything. A Facebook status, not even verified, just a screenshot shared on Instagram, allegedly from Von's mom herself. It read, "Don't talk loyalty if you ain't stood where I stood." 7 words. No tags, no emojis, just raw emotion. But that one sentence hit like a diss track. Theories exploded. Some said she was referring to industry friends who vanished after Von's death. Others said it was aimed straight at Durk. Within an hour, her comments filled with heart emojis, fire emojis, and the inevitable "she said what she said" replies. The clapback had begun, whether she intended it or not. By now, the blogs were running full headlines. King Von's mom breaks her silence. Lil Durk's camp responds to allegations. Half of it was speculation, half pure fiction. But it didn't matter. Engagement was through the roof. Hashtags trended, reaction channels uploaded hourly, and Twitter spaces turned into mini debates about who was right, who was wrong, and who was just milking the moment. It was digital mayhem disguised as discourse. Behind all that noise, though, something interesting was happening. People started re-listening to old Durk tracks, searching for hidden meanings. Did he already respond? One tweet asked. Was he warning us months ago? Fans began connecting unrelated lyrics to this supposed feud, turning rap lines into cryptic prophecies. The deeper they dug, the more convinced they became that a confrontation had been brewing all along. And when fans decide there's a secret message, they'll find one, even if it isn't there. As tension grew, an unexpected twist surfaced. A podcast host claimed that someone close to the situation told him a conversation between Durk and Von's mom had happened months ago, a private meeting nobody knew about. Was it real? Probably not. Did people believe it? Absolutely. Threads popped up analyzing imaginary dialogue. She told him he changed, one post said. He told her the industry changed him, another replied. Suddenly, everyone online was a scriptwriter, building their own version of events. And through it all, Durk maintained his silence, an act fans interpreted as either guilt or grace, depending on which side they were on. Some said, he's staying respectful. Others argued, he knows he's wrong. That's the curse of fame in the digital era. Silence speaks louder than words, but everyone hears a different message. By midweek, the situation had turned into a full-blown saga. Music pages started teasing that Durk had a response track loading, the classic rumor that appears anytime drama spikes. Producers posted cryptic tweets like, "Tonight gon' be wild." Even sound engineers were getting tagged in theories. It became less about facts and more about the feeling that something big was about to drop. The internet doesn't need confirmation. It just needs anticipation. That anticipation is where part 1 leaves off, a digital cliffhanger. The calm is gone, the storm is forming. And as the world waits for a verse, a statement, or even a single emoji from Durk, everyone knows one thing. Whatever happens next, it's going to be personal. The internet doesn't sleep, and neither does drama. As soon as the echo of Von's mom's post started to fade, the comment sections reignited like dry gasoline. Everyone wanted more screenshots, more proof, more chaos. Reaction pages went on overtime. Fan channels dropped exclusive updates, voiceovers were recorded in bathrooms, and thumbnails were being edited faster than mixtapes in 2016. But then, something new surfaced. And this time, the story took a darker, more personal twist. According to several anonymous insiders, you know, the ones who apparently live inside celebrity group chats, a close associate of Lil Durk allegedly felt the heat and decided to spill. The supposed source claimed that Durk was hurt, Not angry, not defensive, but genuinely emotional. He didn't expect it from her, the insider allegedly said. He thought they were good. Whether that was true or not, it gave fans the emotional fuel they needed to pick a side all over again. Meanwhile, someone else online, using a burner account with about 12 followers, posted a blurry image captioned, "This was the convo y'all ain't ready for." The picture showed what looked like a text exchange. One name blurred out, the other supposedly labeled as Durk. The messages read, "You know I never switched. I loved him like blood." Real or not, that screenshot exploded across platforms. TikToks reenacted it, podcasts debated it, and YouTubers slowed it down frame by frame like it was an FBI surveillance leak. And then came the live reaction. Von's mom went live again, not for long, just enough to stir the pot further. "I said what I said," she told her viewers, face calm, voice steady. "If the shoe fits, wear it," that one line. Instant meme material. Every gossip account reposted it with zoomed-in captions and dramatic music. Within minutes, hashtags started trending. She said, what she said, Mara Durk respond, Mara family first. But behind the entertainment value, fans sensed something raw. There was history here, deep, complicated history that no viral clip could simplify. Lil Durk and King Von weren't just collaborators. They were brothers in music, brothers in pain. And for the woman who raised Von, this wasn't about clout or headlines. It was about legacy, about respect, about grief that never got to rest. The public might see drama, but to her, this was personal. Still, the internet doesn't pause for empathy. Everyone wanted a reaction from Durk. Something, anything. Even a cryptic emoji would have done it. Instead, he posted a story with nothing but black background and the word loyalty. No tags, no context, no explanation. But of course, the lack of detail made it even bigger. Comment sections turned into courtroom debates. "That's for her," one side said. "Nah, that's for the fake fans," argued another. Theories multiplied like rumors in high school hallways. By now, the drama had crossed from fan pages into major blogs. Hip-hop news outlets started publishing pieces with headlines like "Durk and Von's family rift deepens" or "Private pain goes public." Most of them had no new information, just recycled speculation wrapped in new adjectives. But that didn't matter. Every article meant more eyes, more clicks, more chaos. Then, as if on cue, the fake receipts started rolling in. A supposed recording of a conversation between Durk and a family member leaked on Twitter. The audio was grainy, muffled, and clearly fake, but that didn't stop millions from listening. "You can tell it's him by the way he breathes," one fan insisted in the comments, like they were an expert in respiratory identification. Within hours, the clip hit YouTube with titles like "Leaked Audio Durk Finally Snaps," and Von's mom's message broke him. Through all this chaos, one thing became clear. This wasn't just about Durk and Von's mom anymore. It had turned into a full-blown cultural moment, a story everyone had an opinion on. From reaction channels to street interviewers, everyone was cashing in. Even unrelated influencers started using the situation for engagement. Before we talk about skincare, let's discuss what Von's mom said. It was absurd, but effective. Still, deep down, fans could feel something bigger bubbling. This didn't feel like the usual he said, she said drama. It felt like the kind of tension that might actually trigger real consequences. Some fans speculated that Durk's label was involved, trying to control the narrative, silence certain topics, keep things professional. Others claimed the opposite, that the label wanted the controversy because any press is good press. The wildest claim came from a fake industry insider on Reddit who swore that Durk had been planning a tribute album for Von, but it got scrapped after creative disagreements with the family. Totally unverified, obviously, but once that rumor hit, it spread faster than a mixtape leak. YouTube thumbnails appeared overnight with titles like "Exposed, Why Von's Album Was Cancelled," complete with red arrows, crying emojis, and photos circled in yellow. At this point, Durk was trending daily. Even his most innocent moves, a haircut, a night out, a studio clip, were dissected. Everything he did became potential evidence in the court of public opinion. And that court, powered by retweets and outrage, never adjourns. Still, for all the chaos, One question kept echoing. Would Durk ever respond directly? Some said no, that he was too smart to feed the beast. Others believed he was just waiting for the perfect moment, maybe in a verse, maybe in an interview. Then came an Instagram post from a fellow rapper, someone close to both Von and Durk, captioned, "Time to clear the air." That post alone reignited every theory imaginable. Maybe they were all about to go live together. Maybe there'd be a song, maybe a tell-all interview, but just as fast as that hope built, it collapsed. The rapper deleted the post saying, "Y'all reading too much into everything, too late." The fire had already spread, and then, as if the universe wanted to add fuel, another fan leak surfaced, a supposedly unseen clip of Von's mom in a conversation, saying, "People show love when it benefits them." Whether that was new or old, edited or real, didn't matter. It became the soundbite of the week. TikTok synced it to dramatic background music, captioned, "When loyalty expires," and boom, the trend was born. Everyone was using her voice to shade their own ex-friends. The internet had officially turned grief into a meme format. By the end of the week, one thing was certain. This wasn't just about music anymore. It was about narratives, perception, and control. Both sides, whether they meant to or not, had become characters in a never-ending online soap opera. The audience wasn't watching for truth anymore. They were watching for drama, emotion, and escalation. And deep inside that noise, something was shifting. Durk, who had stayed silent through it all, was seen at a studio session late at night. Someone live-streamed from outside, catching muffled beats leaking through the walls. "He's recording the response," fans claimed. "He's finally speaking." Whether it was real or just wishful thinking didn't matter. The story had momentum. And once momentum takes over online, there's no stopping it. The streets, the blogs, the fans, everyone was holding their breath, waiting for the next move. Because when emotion meets ego and pain meets platform, someone's bound to snap, and that's exactly where part 2 ends, right at the breaking point. Durk in the studio, the world outside buzzing with anticipation, and Von's mom's words still echoing across every feed. The stage was set. The silence was over. The next morning, nobody was ready for what was about to drop. The timeline was unusually quiet. That kind of eerie calm before the storm, when fans start refreshing feeds every few seconds because they feel something's coming. And then it happened. Out of nowhere, Lil Durk posted a single link. No caption, no emoji. Just the title, Loyalty. Within minutes, chaos erupted. The link led to a brand new track, the one fans had been speculating about all week. In less than 10 minutes, it was trending in every major city. Reaction channels were scrambling to upload first listen videos before the song even hit the second verse. People weren't just listening. They were dissecting. Every lyric was treated like a clue in a true crime documentary. The opening line hit hard. They twist pain into profit, then call it support. Instantly, fans screamed, "He's talking about Von's mom!" Others countered, "No, that's about fake friends." The debate started before the beat even dropped. But by the second verse, Durk's tone changed. It wasn't angry. It wasn't cold. It was tired. They say silence is guilt, but silence the only peace I got left. That one line alone became a quote posted on every blog page from Chicago to LA. And yet, the more people analyzed it, the more the mystery deepened. Some said Durk was apologizing, others said he was exposing the industry, and a few insisted the track was a calculated PR move. But here's the thing, it didn't matter what he meant. What mattered was that he finally said something. The silence was over. The narrative had shifted. The silence was over. The narrative had shifted. The internet being what it is, reactions split immediately. Half the fans praised him for being real. The other half accused him of emotional manipulation. "Too late," one comment read. "You can't rap your way out of guilt," said another. Then someone tweeted, "Durk finally speaking from the heart. Y'all just mad it's not the response you scripted." That tweet alone got 500,000 likes. The digital war had officially begun. Meanwhile, Von's mom went live again, her third time since this saga began. She didn't name names, but she didn't have to. "Ain't no loyalty if it comes with conditions," she said calmly, eyes glancing straight into the camera. The silence that followed her words was heavier than any diss track. The comments flooded instantly. Hearts, flames, crying emojis, and the predictable, she talking about Durk. Spam. Within minutes, her clip was everywhere again. But this time, something different happened. Instead of pure outrage, the tone online began to shift. Fans started remembering the pain that brought them all here. The loss, the memories, the brotherhood that turned into heartbreak. People began posting old pictures of Durk and Von, tagging both with captions like, "Wish it never came to this." For a brief moment, it felt like the internet remembered they were all human. Then, of course, came the leaks. Someone claimed they had a deleted verse from the loyalty session, allegedly one Durk cut because it was too direct. Whether it was real or AI generated, it didn't matter. It sounded close enough. They loved me when I fed them, hated me when I grieved. That line alone reignited the war. Conspiracy threads popped up overnight. He's calling out the family. He's exposing fake industry love. He's finally freeing himself. The chaos had returned, multiplied, monetized, and algorithm approved. Blogs released think pieces about grief exploitation in hip-hop. Podcasters debated morality while sipping sponsored coffee. Everyone was eating off the tension. And ironically, the people at the center of it, Durk and Von's mom, said the least. Their silence became louder than any headline. As days passed, things got stranger. Someone posted a photo of Durk outside a courthouse. Instantly, wild rumors started. He's suing for defamation. He's settling with the family. He's dropping another song called Closure. None of it was verified, but once again, verification didn't matter. People needed a new angle to keep the story alive. Then came the ultimate twist. A clip surfaced showing Durk performing Loyalty live for the first time. Halfway through the performance, he paused. The beat cut, the lights dimmed, and he looked at the crowd. "This for everybody I lost," he said. "Ain't no hate here." The audience went silent, then erupted. Phones went up, flashes everywhere. The video hit millions of views in hours, and suddenly, the narrative changed again. Now fans began calling it closure. Tweets flooded timelines saying, "He finally let it go." Even some of Von's mom's supporters started softening, saying maybe, just maybe, the feud didn't need to go further. For a split second, it looked like peace might be possible, but peace doesn't trend. Within 24 hours, an edited version of the performance hit social media, cropped, captioned, and taken completely out of context. It looked like Durk had said, "I'm done with them." Cue another round of outrage. Even though full footage proved he hadn't, nobody cared. People believed the clip that fits their feelings. And once again, the drama reignited. Still, something about this last wave felt different. Exhaustion had set in. The audience was tired, not of the people, but of the cycle. Every outrage had started feeling the same. Even the reaction channels sounded drained. "Y'all, I don't even know whose side I'm on anymore," one YouTuber sighed mid-video. The saga had gone from tragic to viral to exhausting. The full social media life cycle. In the end, there were no winners, only clicks, memories, and lingering emotion. Von's mom stopped posting entirely. Durk went quiet again, back to work, back to life. And the fans, ever hungry for the next story, moved on to new headlines. But somewhere deep in the noise, the echoes of this feud lingered. Not because of what was said, but because of what it revealed. How fast the internet turns pain into performance. If you zoom out, the entire saga feels like a mirror, showing how fame, loss, and social media collide in unpredictable ways. Everyone wanted closure, but nobody wanted calm. Everyone wanted truth, but preferred the drama. And that's the paradox that keeps these stories alive. Outrage fades, but curiosity never dies. And so, as the dust finally settles, the final question remains, was this ever really about loyalty, or was it about legacy? Did the music industry fail both sides? Or did the audience's hunger for chaos feed the fire until nothing was left but ashes? That's where you, the viewers, come in. Because at the end of the day, this story, like every viral feud, only lives as long as you keep watching. So tell me, was Lil Durk wrong for staying silent? Or was Von's mom right for speaking her truth? Do you think peace is still possible, or has the internet made forgiveness impossible? Drop your thoughts below. Smash that like button if you think the truth always comes out eventually, and don't forget to subscribe, because if you think this was wild, just wait for what's coming next. The story may be over, but the investigation? That's just getting started. And there you have it. Another chapter in hip-hop history written, remixed, and reloaded by the internet itself. But now it's your turn. What do you think really went down behind the scenes? Was Lil Durk speaking from the heart, or just playing chess in a game full of emotions? Did King Von's mom say too much, or did she finally say what everyone else was too scared to admit? Because let's be real, this isn't just a story about two people. It's a reflection of how fast loyalty can turn into headlines, and how grief gets turned into gossip. One moment it's love, the next it's a trending topic. But who's really winning in the end? The artists or the algorithms? So I want you to sound off in the comments right now. Team Durk or Team Von? Or maybe you're just tired of seeing pain go viral. Either way, I want to hear your take. Was this whole situation a misunderstanding, or the final straw in a relationship that was never as strong as it looked? And while you're at it, hit that like button if you think loyalty still means something in 2025. Smash subscribe if you're here for the truth, the raw, unfiltered breakdowns that Spillora brings you every single day. And don't forget to turn on notifications, because trust me, what's coming next is even crazier. We've got new exclusive leaks, unreleased verses, and fan theories that'll make this whole story look like the calm before another storm. Stay locked in. Stay curious. Stay Spillora, because in this world, the truth doesn't wait. It drops at midnight. Truth doesn't wait. It drops at midnight.